Good day to you, my fellow Ghanaians. This is GH Report. In today's commentary, we will discuss our lack of maintenance culture as a nation. This I have titled Broken Down Unrepaired. Before we get into it, we will take our intro song and get back to you.
Arise, gather youth for your country. Your nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold her and make her great and strong. We are all Unrepaired. We are all Unrepaired. We are all in building a motherland.
Welcome back. Someone gave a word of advice that said, before you purchase a car, make a double budget of the price of the car so that after you purchase the car, the remaining money will be for the running of the car and its maintenance. The wisdom the person was trying to share is that what is the point in buying a car if you do not have a financial plan to keep it running? A very sound wisdom it is, something our Ghana government should practice, but they do not. Our government budgets money for the installation of equipment and undertaking construction projects, but forget to give thought to how they are going to keep this equipment running and the long-term sustainability of the construction projects. The events that happened about 2 weeks ago in the health sector brought this issue of our lack of maintenance culture as a people to light. When a patient who was admitted to the Tamale Teaching Hospital and underwent a medical procedure lost his life because of non-functional medical equipment at the facility. I heard the statement given by the Minister of Health, Mr. Kwabena Minta Akando, on the incident that happened, complaining, saying,
there are some of the things we can easily do with our internally generated funds. Please, let's confront the issues as they are. It is just not sustainable for government to keep donating equipment to health facilities, and at the end of the day, when the equipment are obsolete, we run back to government for money to either maintain or to replace this equipment. Once at least, even if we are not charging the requisite fees, we generate something small out of these machines. What happens to the money?
yes, what happened to the money? My fellow Ghanaians, how many years have we been paying a street light levy on the electrical bill charged to us by the Electricity Company of Ghana? Where are the street lights? Are they functioning? What happened to all the money we have paid over the years? The money they've been taking from us for these many years is supposed to be used, according to them, to finance the operation and maintenance of public lighting, including street lights, traffic lights, and public lights on highways. So I ask the question, where are the street lights on the highways? And the many traffic lights on our streets that have not been repaired, why have they been left not working when each day money is taken from us for their maintenance? In 2020, the Minister of Energy announced to Parliament that an estimated 273.8 million Ghana cedis was collected in 2 years from the street lights levy. My fellow Ghanaians, what happened to the money? What happened to the money? Someone made a statement which I found interesting that said, no African language has a word which directly translates to maintenance, but rather we have a word for repair, meaning it is in our culture to wait for a thing to break down completely before we take action to either repair or replace it. This has been our way for years. In the year 2008, it is reported that it took some passing fishermen driving their canoe on the Volta River to notice cracks that had begun occurring in the Adomi Bridge. It was worrying that it had to be passerby who had discovered the damage and not the inspection team whose task it is to regularly check the bridge to ensure it is in good working condition. The Adome Bridge at the time had 10-50 years old, and in that time, it had not undergone any proper maintenance. What would have happened if these cracks had been extensive and had gone unnoticed? Disaster would have resulted. A video circulated recently on social media showing the floor of a person's shop being cracked open at the directive of the fire service staff because it was found out that the shop had been erected over a fire hydrant, which means over the years, the Ghana National Fire Service has not been monitoring its hydrants to make sure they are all in proper working order. This is what we do. We wait for disaster to occur before we think to take action. Someone asked, is it that there are no funds available to do the maintenance works, or is it just a lack of willingness to do so? This question was answered very clearly from incidents of the clash at the Parliament House that happened in the early parts of the year during the vetting of proposed new ministers of state and their deputies. The commotion that ensued of the destruction of office equipment and furniture. We all saw how everything was replaced immediately after the incident. Someone noting this commented, oh, so it is not that our governments do not have the money to replace broken down machinery and equipment. It is just that they do not care to act so long as the lack of equipment is not affecting them immediately or directly. Look at our roads, the dilapidated scenery lining them. I usually commute on the Pokwasi to Awoshi Highway. The stretch of highway is a spectacle of broken down and unrepaired junk. The size of the streets have become an eyesore, knocked over street light posts, traffic lights that no longer function, metal railings at the side of the streets that have been bent and mangled by vehicles bumping into them, overgrown grass that have become bushes which obstruct the view of drivers who try to make U-turns, threatening road safety of vehicles and pedestrians. The overgrown bushes have also become the abode of snakes. Pedestrians fear when they cross the street and walk through the bushes to get to the other side of the road. This culture of waiting for disaster to happen before taking action to fix problems needs to change. Advancement means change, and we need to change for the better from some of our old ways of doing things if we want to move ahead and develop as a nation. This is GH Report. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.